Good evening, traders. Welcome to War Trader UK. Now, just a very quick video here. Not going to drag this out too late, but I want to show you the power of having a system that that if you look back in your charts, you will see that the trade that you're looking to take may have already taken place some time ago in your charts. Now, what I mean is, let me just jump into the chart here. The pair that I'm looking at here, I'm on the daily chart. In fact, let me go up the time frames. I'm on the monthly chart here of the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, the Aussie Kiwi. Now, as you can see here, price has just been cycling sideways for years. I mean, this is 2015, okay? And price has been just cycling after this long decline in the Aussie dollar, okay? Price has since then just been cycling sideways. Now, if you saw my video at the beginning of the year, you will know that generally speaking, I am bullish the Australian dollar. Now, the Aussie dollar and the Kiwi are very similar in their nature, but they're also quite different in certain ways. And as you can see here, we've not really been going anywhere, but there is potential for you to trade in this melee here. Now let me just go down to the daily chart, and let me show you what I mean when I say that price moves repeat themselves earlier on or later on in the day. Now, let me fatten this up. Let me just see if I can just get all of this in. Now, what I want you to look at, the first thing I want you to look at, let me just get my annotation tool here. The first thing I want you to look at is this impulsive move here. Okay? Then we have a correction. We have a three-wave correction down into this low here. Okay? So we've got this impulsive move, and all of this up, down is a correction of that impulsive move. Now, that was in started in sometime in April 2015. Now, if I move across here now to June 2017, you have this impulsive move, and you now have this three-wave correction down into this low. Can you see the similarities between these two? Now let me just oopsie daisy, let me just get rid of that actually. One moment there. Let's just get rid of that last one. Okay. I've added two extra ones there, which I didn't mean to. Okay. So let's minimize that again. So now let's just move the price to the left here, and let's just show you what's transpiring now. We have this move here, impulsive move, correction, potential correction, guys. Now, if you look at these three patterns, look at the similarities between these three patterns. It's almost like an M shape, isn't it? M shape there, M shape, unfinished M shape here. Now you can see that, can't you? Let me just put that in correctly. Now, remember, I am bullish longer term the Australian dollar, but what I actually see here now is I see that we are not finished this leg down, and I believe that this price can go to this low here, and I've done some measurements which tell me this is where I should be aiming for a potential turnaround in price. So let's now sort of let's zoom in now on the chart and see if there's an entry there for me. So let me just get rid of some of this for now. And as you see, what's the time? Yeah, it's 11. So we're live. I'm doing this analysis live, and if I look to the left here, you can see the time clock for this bar ticking away, and you'll periodically see the price has just moved there as it turns red. So you know this is live analysis. Now, let's get rid of all of this. So I know that I want to be short term. I want to see if I can pick up some pips to the short side with a view to keeping an eye on this trade and then seeing if we can't get long at a later stage. So let me just measure this. If I was to get long here, and let's say price did go down to where we wanted to, there's 460 pips there, guys. If I'm right about this pattern, there's 460 pips there. Now, let's home in on this little section here. This is the M, the last M that I'm talking about. Now, you've got this impulsive move, you've got this down correction, you've got this up correction, and if you remember, we're looking now for price to push down. So the next question becomes, where can I get on board this trade? Well, I can see, let me just keep going down the time frames. I want to see now, I want to understand what I can see inside this leg that gives me reason to get short. Let's just have a look, guys. All right, so I'm going to go down to the 4-hour chart and I just want to see what I see. Beautiful. Now I can see a pattern in this leg that I'm very, very interested in, and I just want to carry out a Fibonacci swing there. Okay, I'm just going to do some Fibonacci work. I just want to see if things were to go wrong, where my plan B is. All right, okay. Because we've had this decline here, okay, and we're now in this correction here, I believe that this correction, this pattern here, is now over, or mature enough for me to take a view on it. And what I'm now looking on to, remember, I'm trying to get onto the bigger M, aren't I? I'm trying to get on this next leg down of this M. I believe that we are ready to push down because of this pattern here at the end. And I'm going to take a punt at this, guys, because I've got everything that I need, okay? I've got everything that I need technically, and fundamentally there's some negative-ish news at the moment with regards to the Aussie dollar, which I won't go into, but I just want to show you that I'm going to get short this trade right here and now, because this pattern, this little pattern here, I believe I know what it's going to be. So what do I want to do? Where's my stop going to be? Well, let's have a look. 62 pips at the moment. Oopsie daisy, I didn't want to do that. Let's just delete that one. Remove. Okay, let's just have a little look at what I want to do. What I want to know is if price comes above this high, that I want to be out of this trade. Let me just get back Fibonacci again. So I'm going to take this up a little bit. Take it up to 70 pips. That's it. That's perfect. So let me just clean the chart up a bit. So what I'm saying here now is I've just placed my stop slightly above these wicks here. Okay, if price pushes up above those wicks, I don't want to be in this trade. Now let's just get to this side here and let's pull this right down. Let's just then go up the time frames to see where my bottom is. This is where I'm going to look to potentially go long. So let's see what we're looking at if price, I've already said, so I'm not going to be greedy with it. I'm not going all the way to the bottom. So 426 pips, guys. 70 pip risk and a potential 426 pip gain. That's a 6.4 to 1 risk reward trade if this plays out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enter this trade live in front of you. So let's get that set up. So what is it I want to do? Well, I want to sell the market, don't I? I want to go short. So I want to sell at market. How much do I want to risk? Let's just put in 0.75% and let's see what that does to the trade. Okay. Let me put in 1%. I just want to see what that does. Okay, so I'm going to risk 0.85% of my account. Remember, I'm going in at the market. So let's just do that now, guys. And there you are. We're triggered short in this trade. I just want to see what happens now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll update you if anything happens. Now, let's just, before I go, let's just set the trade up now. Where's my risk? What am I going to do? How am I going to manage this? Well, I'm going to get this line. I'm going to pull this line vertically in between my my take profit. Sorry, in between my stop loss and my entry. There's the first bar. The distance between here and here is represented here. So let me just drop in that horizontal line. Let's get rid of this. And then let's just bring that vertical line down. And let's pull this down. So what I have here at this blue line, or turquoise line, or whatever you want to call it, is a 2-to-1 risk reward. So that is where I'm looking to take off 50% of my position should price get there. And nobody knows now whether it's going to get there. What I do know is that I'm in this trade and I've got to manage it. So I'm just going to place a little alert right there, just to remind me when price crosses down, I need to be take off 50%. Okay, traders, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's see what happens. You know, we're in live. I've showed you in brief why I'm in live. In short, you know, there's a bigger pattern playing out here, isn't there? Let me just get back into this. Remember the pattern that I'm trying to play here. If I can just auto that, the pattern that I'm interested in playing is this pattern here. It's this pattern here, guys. So I'm hoping for price to push back down. So thanks for checking in, traders. Catch you all very, very soon. Speak to you soon. Good morning, traders, and welcome back to Trader UK. It's currently Wednesday, the 26th of May, 2021, as you can see by the date here, and this time is currently 17 minutes past 7 AM UK time. Traders, welcome back to the channel. Once again, hope you're having a great trading week. Just a very short video here, just to a little bit of trade management. Really just to show you what's necessary when you've got a system, when you live that system, and the things that you have to do day in, day out. So here we are. Let me just jump across into the market here. So here we are on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, the Aussie Kiwi. And if you remember in my video at the beginning of this year, I said to you that I am bullish the Australian dollar, and my current bias, or my bias on that pair, still remains the same. However, there is nothing wrong with you taking trades in the opposite direction until price gets to an area where you think you can take that bullish stance, which is what I've done here. So let me go down to the monthly chart. Just go down the time frames slowly but surely. And let's get to now to the daily chart. All right. So what you can see here is this little red arrow denotes where I entered this trade, or the bar. This bar here is the bar that I entered this trade, and I sold this market. What has since happened is price has come down, touched this line here, which is my alert to take off 50% of the trade. Now, why do I do that? Why do I take off 50% of the trade? Well, I've got two positions on here. I've got a position on here which I have two targets. This is my first target, and the target 2 is way down here. So I don't want to close this trade full out. So what I intend to do is take off half of the position here, hopefully let price then ride down to my second target. Now, in that time, what could happen is price could come back on me. It could reverse on me, and price could actually come back up past my original entry point, which is here. This is where I originally sold the market. Now, I don't want that to happen for price to then turn round and take me out at this point here, take me out, of the trade altogether, and then turn around and go where I wanted the market to go to in the first place. So the reason I leave, so what to counter that, what I do is a lot of people will move their stops to break even at this point. I don't do that. I leave my stop in the same position, and what that does is it allows price to come back up in this area, mess around a little bit, and hopefully not take me out and then go in the direction that I want price to go in. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Price could come back quite easily and take me out past my stop loss here. All right. That being the case, I will still be in profit on this trade. I will still be up 2 to 1 on half of the position. So either way, I can't now lose in this trade once I do this transaction I'm about to do. Okay. Right, I didn't want to do that. Well, I will do it in a moment. So what is it I want to do here? Well, what I want to do is I want to take off 50% of the position. So I'm just going to get my little trusty calculator here. So this figure here, this 150,992, okay, that is the lot size, but TradingView uses units to do that, and it's just above 1.5 lots. So what I actually, if I'm going to take off half of the position, I actually need to take off half of this lot size. Well, if I just jump into my calculator, 150,992, that actually leaves me with 75,496. So to half this position, I have to take off 75,496 units. So I'm going to do that here right now in front of you, which will half my position, bank half of this US dollar amount. As you can see here, there's $1,300 there. So that's going to be halved also and be banked. Half of it will be banked. So this is how you do it with TradingView. What do you want to do? You want to close a position. Okay. Now that brings up a tab here, which allows you to either close the full position or take a partial close. Well, I want to do a partial close, don't I? And there's my 150,992. And if you remember, to half it, let me just get rid of that. It has to be 75,496. So that's now saying I want to partially close this position of 150,992 by 75,496. So that what you need to watch now is this figure over here as I execute this. So here we go. And there you go. So as you can see here, there's my audit trail. Half the position is now banked. We've now got half of the position left on the table. 75,496, now down to $682. The other 682 is now gone into my account. And let's just get rid of this alert because we've already hit it. And traders, once again, it's a process, it's a process, it's a process. Fall in love with the process. Forget about the pips, forget about the money, and you will see your trading turn the corner. Traders, thanks for tuning in with me. I'll catch you all really, really soon. Take care, traders.